Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Obaseki and Oshiomhole working to end the reef. The Edo State Governor and his estranged political godfather, Adams Oshiomhole, have commenced reconciliation to end the political rift between them. Obaseki Chief of Staff, Mr. Taiwo Akerele, revealed this while responding to questions from reporters during an event to mark his 44th birthday in Benin. On Sunday, he said it was too early to reveal how far deliberations has gone, but expressed confidence and appreciable progress has been made, said Akerele. When the time comes, we will invite you just like you have come to address us, and we will address you, responding to that question you just said. He said this responds to the question from the Punch as it's whether the duel has reached an end on each other's reef. Oshiomhole announced a track last week. The governor's aide added, "The governor getting the ticket is not in contention, but we will go into primaries and the party has a formula for it. It can be either consensus or non-consensus. Whichever it is, Obaseki and Philip are ready. Originally, he should be given the right for first refusal. Oshiomhole and Obaseki are very close. Nobody should deceive even or say to you that they are not close. Even as we speak, they still discuss and still have discussions. But of course, the issue they have is political and it is resolvable. The difference they have is political disagreement. And as I tell you and I say to you again, it is very resolvable. Some factors came in and highlighted the tension. Otherwise, it is a very minor thing. Remember, we are in Benin together during the Salah celebration. That was in the middle of the crisis. We were there and even blamed the media for the whole thing. He expressed gratitude to Obaseki for giving him the opportunity to serve in his government and administration at this time, especially because he has no political godfather, according to him. His appointment marked the very first time a person in Akoko Edo will be given an important position in government in Edo State without a godfather. So he went further to express his gratitude, saying Obaseki is a good man and worthy of emulations, and he therefore called on the good people of Edo State to support him and give him their enormous support, even during this time of election approaching. Well, guys, you've heard it all. This is a very close highlight to Obaseki saying confidently that Oshiomhole and Obaseki are working on the reef between them. Yeah, if you follow my previous news, you will hear that the presidency has issued a statement saying that they are not a party and they did not sign any agreement with Oshiomhole regarding the person of Obaseki and Akeredolu. Akeredolu happens to be the governor of Ondo State. These two governors are in their first tenure and are looking forward to having a second term in office. However, they have rift with Oshiomhole and they are thinking because it's the national chairman. So like you hear, guys, a very reliable source, the person of Taiwo, Akerele, has said Oshiomhole and Obaseki are seriously working on the reef between them. And he went further to make a mention of a very, very important point, saying whatever is between Oshiomhole and Obaseki is a political issue. Just a little bit of misunderstanding between them, and that they know how to sort out themselves. He went further to say that recently they've discussed, they have political differences, but they still talk and they were really working on their differences, and even the political differences in the state as well. They are working on it, seeing to it that they resolve it. My people, now the matter where they happen with this, so the first thing you have to know is that, of course, truly and really, they have to really like resolve it, because remember that when Obaseki, and other governors, other APC governors made sure that Oshomole go to court. These are things that could instigate anger in somebody like Oshomole, I mean, forget about the issue of Godfather, somebody that both of you have been friends in that kind of level and capacity. You want to believe that they will be able to, I mean, respect you to an extent. But the difference between them is, I think there is something deeper than what we see or what we know. I think there is more to it than beneath the eyes, really, truly. That's what I feel. There is an underlying factor that both of them are not really talking about. But what Obaseki has made the world to know and to believe and has told us is that the person of Oshomole wants to act as a godfather. And we know what godfatherism is in Nigeria. We are no strangers. Godfatherism will not make the state to move forward, because every appointee, everybody that will be appointed, will not be based on what the state governors feel it's good for the state, the persons and the cabinet he feels he can work with that could bring fresh ideas and fresh initiative into the space to make sure that this administration is better than the previous one, or that they bring up things that will make the life of the people feel the impact of democracy. You see, Godfather will be the one to dictate, to say this is who you are, this is who you are nominating, this is who is to stay in this position. I want this amount of money, I want this amount of money. There is a lot of issues with Godfather, and truly and really, it cannot make the state or any economy to move forward. That from Oshomole is saying that he really feels hurt by Obaseki being a boy that he picked up. Don't forget that both of them. That's why I see in politicians, I'm neither for A nor for B, because at the end of the day, they know how they meet and how they settle themselves. Did you hear Taiwo, the person of Taiwo who told us that they are working on the reef, said both of them are actually in talking terms, and that now they're actually looking forward to solving the reef between them, and are having discussions and are talking. So if you carry on for your head, say, I'll be Obaseki, I'll be Oshomole, and you kill yourself, you die for nothing. I dey tell you, you go surprise say very soon Obaseki go become senator representing Edo State when he don't finish as governor. So these are matters where they go on. You see, Oshomole, he has moved on to become APC national chairman, and Obaseki's political career will not end after the second. One thing I can tell you and assure you of is that Obaseki's political career will not end after his second tenure. He will move on to become a senator. He will move on to become maybe the president of Nigeria. But if you don't behave, you allow yourself to be used during elections in political toggery, you live to bear the brunt, because they will not even know that you stood up for them. At the end of the day, now the same dog eat dog game, especially Nigerian politics. People, see, youths, my fellow people, Nigerians, get brain. Support who you want to support. If you want to make a difference, if you want to make a change, I can tell you for sure it's not going to be sudden, especially in our Nigerian terrain. No, it's not going to be sudden, I can assure you. But one thing I can say is that it starts gradually, us getting involved in political parties. If you feel this is your calling, if you feel that you have a gifting in this kind of matters, one of the things and one of the areas to start with is to get involved in political parties. So by the time you are done, by the time you get involved, you can gradually begin to move up the ranks. You see, Taiwo Akerele said he's very grateful to the person of Obaseki that he was appointed without having a godfather. And this is the first time a very high political position is given to anybody from his own area in Edo State, thanks to Obaseki. So people, Obaseki, like we're hearing, is doing some good to the people. So if you feel he has done well, support him. But if you feel he has not done well, now time for election again, get him out. But if you feel he has done well, go ahead, Give him all the moral support and every kind of support to make sure he gets the ticket. Any way you guys know that you can help him, go ahead. It's a good thing, very good news that him and Oshiomhole are working on the reef. Between them, welcome developments. So Nigerians, here's the news update. So thanks very much for listening, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless. Have a good day. Bye.